Richard John, chairperson of the Event City of the Future roundtable discussion just now. What were the most pertinent points that came out from the debate that you've just chaired?
I think for me there were probably two issues. The first one was the fact that as an industry we need to be a bit smarter about not only getting ahead of the curve in terms of what's available in terms of technology, but also singing about it a bit more widely. And one of the delegates made the very fair comments that there isn't any event technology, there is just technology. And we need to be aware of what's out there and look what's being used in other areas of the industry and see how we can apply that to our own sector.
It shows it's all, I mean, a lot of the discussion, the vast majority was all about technology, and it shows how important technology will be in the years ahead.
Absolutely, and it's also the expectations of the younger generation. I'm of a certain age where actually if my mobile phone doesn't work or I can't get emails for a few minutes, I can cope. But I know frankly there's an audience out there who they'd rather let you remove their spleens than their mobile phones. They are so attached to their technology, they have to be connected. They are the always-on generation. We have to accept that and therefore respond accordingly. And I think probably one of the other very, very important things to think about is that in the future the role of the meetings and event planner is going to change. Now we're talking about this word architect. And we need to think that actually when you construct a meeting, construct an event, you have to think about all the essential components, and technology is going to be at the very heart of that. So the meeting's role of the future is going to be very, very different to the role it was maybe 10 or even 5 years ago. People now need to think about understanding all the options that are available in terms of technology and how those are going to be applied. And cities need to think about gearing up and being able to address the needs of the always-on generation.
We had event planners here, we had owners of venues in the Birmingham area, and from chairing a meeting with them it showed that adaptation seems to be very key. Absolutely, and I think this is one of the things we have to accept, that as an industry we can't compete on price. That if you're after major conventions and events, you're never going to be able to win in the business simply by offering the cheapest price. It's got to be much more a part of a package, and certainly a very flexible package. One of the discussions that came up was whether we should look more at the kind of Ryanair model of being able to offer organisers and delegates a menu of options so they can actually customise their own visit. I think the problem there is we have to be careful not to go too much down the Ryanair route where pretty much everything is going to be an optional extra, and that really upsets the customer. It's getting the balance right between offering the customer pretty much all they need and at the same time being able to